Good morning and welcome. My name is Mike Maritz and I need to bring the heater out of the garage because I'm flippin' cold. Anyway, we got ourselves a planet to terraform. Alright. Butterflies. Okay, that's looking good. Okay. Okay. Just trying to think of what we can do to get our terraforming index up. Yes, I know I closed my laptop computer, thank you. No. It's like, that looks like ice. Why is there ice? And the answer is, there isn't. I always like having more iron. With iron, we can do things. What are these trees? What are these? I love these trees. They're great. I want more of these. Which ones are these? Soleus. More Soleus trees, please. These ones are a little too... I don't know. I want to say sci-fi, but it's probably unfair on the trees. That's my phone going off. See, what happens there is I'm trying to jump up and then I miss the double jump. So I just sort of flounder around for a little bit and it looks embarrassing. Let's just get everything in here. Do you have anything? Why don't you have something in here? It seems like bad planning. I'm glad that we've managed to finally break through the fertilizer barrier. I just need to eat for a moment. What if we, like, put a door there so we can get into the courtyard from this side? What do we need for a door? We need titanium and silicon. So which one is it? This one. Hold on. I thought that was an interior wall. I'm like, wait a minute. That looks like a wall. Wait, that's the terraformation one, so we need the progress one. Yeah? Yeah, that's the one. And we can't get through because of the doors. Bother! Alright. Now what? Okay. Then, what do we need? It was bees, super alloys, which we don't have any of, and nuggets. Can't remember if we have any nuggets. We do have nuggets. Good. Let's make some bees. Oh, I've already got bees. Oh, cool. Alright. Make some more bees. Let's make bees over here. Oh, wait. Can't make bees. Now we can make bees. And we got more bees. I don't really want bees though at this point. I want silkworms, which is uncommon larva bacteria. Wait a minute, that's mutagen. That's why I'm crafting them using the wrong thing. That's what I'm doing wrong. Pay attention to the recipe, you dingus. See, that time I got it. Oh, missing one. Okay. See, I thought it was random, but it turns out I was just cooking them wrong. What an idiot. Who's this idiot? It's me. I'm the idiot. Why is it raining inside? Wait a minute. Aha! You know what I can do? Magic. Now, what do I need for a silkworm farm? Because then we can start doing some trading. What? Oh, the wrong one in. Okay. Alright, got you, got you, got you. Alright, just need to build this last one, then we'll get some silk. Then we can trade. What do we need for trade? Super alloy, rocket engine, uranium rod. Super alloys, alright, we'll go back to the super alloy cave. We'll get some super alloys. How are we doing? 23.58 and 0.9. Come on. 0.8. Very exciting. Come over here. That's a silkworm farm, silk farm. And then we get silk, and then we make fabric, and then we trade it. But for now, some food. Beans. The magical fruit. 23. Actually, hold on. The lamp at the front. Outdoor lamp. That way. Good. We do have to. See all the way down and all the way up. One, two, three, and whoop, no, wrong. 4. I feel like our lift platform should be over here. Maybe not. Okay. So I have trade rockets now, which means that I can send stuff off that I don't need, and then I can come back so I can get fuses, which is pretty exciting. Three by 3 living compartment. Damn. Cocoa seeds for making cocoa and wheat. Cooking station. That's exciting. Smart fabric. Customizable sofa. What? What the nonsense is this? Look at all this sweet stuff we can do. Alright. So basically we make stuff. And then we load it up in here. And... yeah, that's it. I feel like making food will be good. I feel like trading in food will be useful. I think if we come through here, and then we go. Oh, it's only worth 7 though. That's not as useful as I thought. Well, it's still worth something. What is the most valuable stuff that we have? Damn it. Silver's not useful. That's pretty exciting. Oh, we're nearly at 6 oxygen. And we're nearly at 25 for the teleporter, which is going to be great, but we may need more pulsar quartz for that. Luckily, I know where that is. I'm just trying to find out the thing. Here it is, okay. The fabric is 8 Terra tokens, so that's better. Rocket engines are 13, circuit boards are 25. Ooh! Circuit boards are 25. Interesting. Because we have a pretty reliable sources of circuit boards, at least in the short term. The idea has merit. When did we get thingies? Brain fusion cells. Fusion cells. Fusion cells are at 45. Okay. Come on, 6 oxygen. Come on, 6 oxygen. Alright, what do we got? Super alloy, bacteria sample, tree bark, T2 fertilizer, and zeolite. Okay. Well, first things first, we need... Well, Soleus is my favorite tree. I guess the question is, do we go for something that's got like more of a buff, or do we go for something that I will find aesthetically pleasing? And the answer is I will go for something that I find aesthetically pleasing. Also, this is just not being used. So there is... Oh, we need tree bark to splice it into. Like, we have this bank full of plants that just aren't being used. So rather than taking out the plants that we're already using and replacing them with ones that will do less, let's just use the ones we're not using. Okay, llama, mutagen, and no, it's not fertilizer, it's tree bark. Cool, you're kicking along. Fantastic. Alright, now what do we need? A squash. Is it sulfur? Algae. Or algae. Algae or algae? I don't know. Cool. Some algae. Okay, got our teacher. What else do we need? Bacteria. Damn it, we need more algae. Wait. Let's just harvest all of it. Foot locker. Okay. What else do we need? Tree bark, bacteria sample. Damn it. I forgot why I needed the bacteria sample. I thought we just needed algae. Super alloy and tree bark and zeolite. Tree bark. The zeolite. There. And then the question is, where do I put this? Alright, we have trees. Now, question is, where do we put them? I feel like the obvious place to put them is over here. Really make a thicket. Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. How much power is that draining? Only a little. We could knock up a quick and dirty nuclear reactor in the short term. Now everything is stopped. Oh, it needs explosive power again. Excuse me. Okay, now we have power again. So that's good. Did we put the seed in? I can't remember. Nope, that's the wrong plant. There we go. It's good. Oh, there we go. 25. Now we need to look and see what that needs, and I'm pretty sure it needs quartz, but they may have changed the recipe. Superalloy osmium, zeolite, pulsar quartz, pulsar quartz. Alright. So... I do have enough pulsar quartz. Okay, that's good, that's good. But I feel like I need this for a generator right now. So we'll just build another reactor. That'll do. Alright. So here is the problem. I need more pulsar quartz. I need pulsar quartz to make teleporters. So, how do we do that? There is a tunnel that has quartz in it, but it may just be easier to build a thingy in the but I'm just thinking, what do we do? Priorities, because I don't have enough super alloy. So obviously the thing you would do would be get super alloys. What I might do instead is just do some foraging, because I do know of a cave. I'm hoping the cave is still there. But it should be fine. I'm going to need, because I always get lost in that cave, some of this stuff to help me not get lost. Alright, let's go. Pulsar quartz, ahoy! What's over here? Yep, those trees are growing. Good, 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 good. Where am I going? Sorry, I'm distracted. I know that there is a path. Hi, Dinky. We're going caving, hopefully. I believe it is over here. Okay. Alright. Now, the reason why I need a beacon here is because I always get lost in this cave. Okay, this appears to be osmium and sulfur, which is not what I want, but it is pink, which makes me think quartz is happening. Oh, did they take the quartz out of this cave? No! Aha! Ha 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 ha! I have gotten lost so many times in this cave. Okay. Literally all of that stuff is useful. Not you, not you, not you. Cool. Because I am here for quartz. Cool. Seems very easy to lose. Yeah, it is easy to lose yourself in this game. I know this game. And I have barely ever gotten lost in this particular game. But this cave, this gosh darned cave, this one, I'll get lost in. No, we're good. And we got it. Okay. So they'll help me avoid getting lost. Because I'll be able to orient myself. Another one over here. Where does this go? Oh! This is defrosted? What? I didn't know this is defrosted. So, like, ages and ages and ages and ages ago, when I came here and I showed off the, when I showed off the crater. Alright, I came over here and I found this area, and there was a giant ice block over here, and it's gone. This is an achievement. Getting here is an achievement. What the... Water. Fish in water. Not water. Fish in not water? I feel like this is a clippable moment. Okay. Yeah, this is water, and then over here this is the ice. So it hasn't fully melted yet, which is pretty darn sweet. I feel like this is supposed to be coded to be underwater. With the fish and the plants, but it's not. This is very confusing, and I'm not sure if the game is bugged. I think this is the C note. Actually, that color is wrong for C note. Down we go. Fishes, fishes, fishes. Fishes for days. What's down here? Oh, hello. Hello. What's going on here? We got a fuse. That's pretty exciting. Am Moritz okay? Moritz am never okay. Oh. The self should not exist. That's what we've been told since we were born. We live as one. We the waters are one without individuals in the group. Can the concept of a group even exist if there are no entities? But when your own existence is threatened, when yourself can disappear, how can one really be selfless? Is the urge to survive really incompatible with selflessness? Well, that's deep. We are having difficulty using a single pen. I don't want to go deeper because I'm not prepared for this exploration. Wait, God. So, in case it wasn't obvious, all of this is new. And I'm glad I brought that extra oxygen. Holy moly. It's okay. And Moritz using difficulty pen. Now, in case I ever make that reference, because I think that's the first time I've ever made that reference on the show. That is a callback to Shadows over Innistrad, which was the second Magic the Gathering set. It was set on Innistrad, and it was the one that got me into the game. And it's full of really great, like, eldritch horror and spooky stuff. And yeah, there's a story where the newspaper writers in this town are slowly all fusing together, and there's a bit where they write, yeah, we are having difficulty using a single pen. And it's just... it's absurdity and comedy at the same time, and it's just wonderful. Okay, so... teleportation device. Where do we put our teleporter, I guess is the question. Oh man, my trees! Look, my trees, they're grown. Love these trees. I feel like it should be in here. Super Ally Road, Osmium. One Osmium. We only need the one. That reminds me of the city council in Night Vale. I mean, I've not listened to Night Vale in a while. Zeolite. There is zeolite over here somewhere. Yeah, I stopped listening to Night Vale when they did the... Well, I didn't stop, but what kind of killed my enthusiasm for it was the tie-in episode for the book, where like the whole thing was like, we wrote a book. Here is the outcome of what happened in the book. But we won't tell you what happened in the book because we wrote a book. And that's the whole episode. And the thing is, it was only a couple of weeks after they did an episode called, I think it's called There Is No Part 1. It's either called There Is No Part 1 or This Is Part 2. I can't remember. It's one of them. Which is the exact same joke. But the joke is that there is no Part 1. And it lands a lot better. So the whole thing is like, we are promoting this book, and it's like, and then, you know, everyone turns around. It's like, oh, well, you know, it's free, you know, entertainment, you know, don't begrudge them for advertising their book. And it's like, but you shouldn't have to advertise it in the show because we're already fans. You can just do the show. Alright. We'll call this Lakeside Base. Base. Cool. We only have we only have one teleporter at the moment. We need to build another teleporter. Guess where we're building our other teleporter? It's the Butterfly Dome. Yep, cool. And we need super alloy rod. Do we have one of those? We do not. Damn it. So can't do that. Can't do that until we get a super alloy rod. Okay. Mike cannot have fun yet. Mike will have fun in the future. But Mike will not have fun now. Alright. Oh, I don't know. Actually, no, I do know the exact last episode that I listened to. It was the it was the start of a new season. I believe it is the season that ends with, I think the episode is a story about Huntokar, and it's about a train that I think arrives in a baseball diamond or something. Like they're not like there's like a train that's like, oh yeah, and this train came, and yeah. Which reminds me, I need to catch up with the Magnus Protocol because I have not listened to any of the episodes since they came back from hiatus. It's not as good as the Magnus Archive, but it's different, and I think that difference is what they wanted with Magnus Protocol. Like, Magnus Archive is lightning in a bottle, and you can't. Story about Huntokar was the episode I feel like it all should have ended. That is what one of my old mates said. But I don't know. So, but if you like horror podcasts and you haven't listened to Magnus Archives, listen to the Magnus Archives. It's amazing. Alright, what are we doing? We need super olives. Go back here. Get the super olives. Oh, trees. Look at them big old trees. I love those trees. They're great. I want more of them. Not heard that one. Have to check it out. It's finished now. Magnus Archives. 5 seasons. Each season is 40 episodes. Just start from episode 1. Go through. It really helps that episode 1, 2, and 3 are just really well constructed jump on episodes. So, like, it's not a case of, like, oh, you have to, like, listen to episode 6 or something to get into it. It's like, no. They came out of the gate swinging. And, yeah, no, it's good. And also lots of just, like, good queer representation. Which, you know, if you like queer representation, that's good. It's also got really unique and interesting world building, which, I mean, if you know me, I'm always here for that. I tried listening to the audiobook of Alice Isn't Dead while we're talking about horror podcasts. I tried listening to the audiobook of Alice Isn't Dead because I really liked the show, and I saw that Jessica Nicole, who played the main character in Alice Isn't Dead, did the audiobook, but it's weird hearing her voice talk about her in the third person. And I couldn't get further in. I'm like, damn it. So I'm back on the audiobook, or the audio drama, the unauthorized audio drama of Lord of the Rings, which I love and is amazing, and just makes me realize that my favorite part of Lord of the Rings is Book 1. Not Fellowship of the Ring. You might be like, oh, yeah, it's Book 1, Fellowship of the Ring. No, not Fellowship of the Ring. Book 1. All the Lord of the Rings that I couldn't process from the Silmarillion? Yeah. Nah. I went back and listen, because sometimes I struggle to read. So audiobooks are just really good for me, and I love the pace and it's of Book 1, and it's got something that they couldn't or didn't put in the movies of Lord of the Rings, which is what happened in the North. Because when you watch the movie, they're, you know, like they're going through and they're on adventures and all that stuff. But where did I put that zeolite? Or did I use it up? I must have used it up. But they're going through the north, and they don't really focus on the north that much. Like, there's the Shire and there's Bree, and then they get to Rivendell, and that's it. And they get hints of it at Weathertop, but they don't really focus on it. And there's this mood once they leave the Shire in the book. It's just so funereal. You really get the feeling that, like, this was a thriving land hundreds or thousands of years ago. And through war and plague and really cold winters, it's just slowly atrophied away the north into just like some settlements. So like all you really have is places like the Shire and like the Bree land. And that's all that's left. And that feeling of emptiness and absence is just something that I really missed. You know, like there's a bit where they've I can't remember if it's after the Barrow Downs. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's is it after the Barrow Downs or before the Barrow Downs? There's a bit where they're talking with Tom. The four hobbits are talking with Tom. And he says, "Oh yeah, look at that. There's like a row of trees, or like there's a hedgerow or something." And he says something like, "Long ago it was the border of an old kingdom, but that's all gone now," or something like that. And I just find that so evocative, you know, especially coming from, you know, Tom, who's like, I mean, I don't know how everybody feels about Tom, but for me, I actually think he's a really interesting character, and to ignore Tom feels like you're ignoring one of the main messages of the work. I'm kind of the opinion that Tom is a manifestation of the Fëa of Arda itself. Like, he is literally the soul of the earth. The Barrow Downs is such a good sequence. It's just so creepy. I think that was Tom's explanation after he rescued them. Yeah, because like he comes and then he's like riding with them and he's like, "Oh yeah, you know, look over there. That used to be the border of a kingdom." But yeah, I don't know. And like it's not to say that I don't like the rest of the book, because I do. What am I doing? Oh, I'm rotating it, and I don't need to rotate it. It's just, there's something about the early chapters before they really get deep into the War of the Ring. Yeah, I mean, he is, but like, the more I think about it, the more I'm kind of the opinion that because he refers to himself as he's like the oldest, but also that he's unaffected by the ring itself, that to me says, okay, so he's got to be something that's not playing by the same rules as everything. But he says he's the oldest. Well, okay. Well, if he's the oldest thing that's alive, well, Sauron was, I believe, on Earth in the Spring of Arda. So if he's older than that, well, he can't be. And he's not a Valar because, well, what is he? So if he's not a Valar and he's still old, he has to be something beyond that. Nothing has existence in Eru's creation that has not its soul in Eru. So logically, for me, he has to be the Earth itself. That's what I think. I think he's literally like the manifestation of the soul of the Earth. But I also just love his vibe. Like, he's just there being like, "Hey, how you doing? My name's Tom, and I've got a nice hat, and a blue coat, and yellow boots, and a hot wife. Kind of living the dream. And I can't argue with that. Random dudes come in here. They're like, hey, my name's Tom and I got a hot wife. Even confirmed bachelor Frodo Baggins is enchanted by Tom's hot wife. What on earth am I doing? Looking for zeolite. I have mined all of the zeolite that I can find. God damn it. I don't normally need this much this quickly. Excuse me. Zeolite. Where do I find zeolite? Maybe in the thingy? But anyway, this has been Discussions of Legendarium with Morris. I do always preface that by saying it's like, I have 3 big fandoms. Myst, and Doctor Who, and the Tolkien Legendarium. Start on me about those and I will go forever. Is there any... No, there's not. There's not any. Is this one there? Ungoliant came out of the void. Yeah, like Ungoliant just kind of... Well, I mean, okay. Nothing exists in creation that isn't made by Eru. That is a fact. Right. But exactly what Ungoliant was, I haven't done a big think about Ungoliant. There we go. Go on. I suppose if we ran with the idea of... And again, I'm just theorizing literally off the top of my head now. If we ran with the idea of physical manifestations of things, I suppose Ungoliant in a way could be not entropy, but I'm trying to phrase it like sort of like consuming darkness, because a big thing is made out of Ungoliant's unlight, which is not darkness, because darkness is an absence of light. Unlight is a thing. And so the idea of entropy eating things away and replacing it with nothing but a tangible nothing rather than nothing as an absence of something, that could work. Which would then tie in with eating the 2 trees, and further to that point, I am of the opinion that one of the big themes of the Silmarillion, if nothing else, is things are not now as they once were. So, I really like the old drafts of... Hey, we got it! Oh my god, that feels so good. We're just done. Oh, yeah, but I like the old drafts where like dragons are mecha. You know. Wait, where the hell am I? Where the hell am I? That's not where I meant to put the thingy. I am... What? That's not where I put it. I meant to put it in this one. Also, just, you know, Fog on the Barrow Downs is a fantastic chapter, and it's really spooky. Alright. Now I've got my teleporters. Oops. How are we doing? 86 towards breathable atmosphere. 86. Also, my favorite version of the fall of Almarin is where Melkor comes to Aule in peace and offers to help him build the lamps. Yeah. He offers to help him build the two lamps. And he's like, I found this. And Aule's like, okay. And he's like, found this great stone. And he shows him this stone that Aule has no knowledge of. And Aule, of course, is the Valar of the earth and crafting and stuff. And so he sees this stone that he's never seen before. And he's like, this stone is very hard and it's very easy to craft with. And he's like, oh yes, this is a fantastic stone. Thank you, Melkor. And he builds the foundations of the two giant pillars upon which they put Iluin and Ormal, the lamps that light the world. But the stone is ice, which is why that Aule doesn't know about it, because he doesn't know anything about water. That's almost province. So then, you know, they're not in the north anymore, they're in the center of the world, and under these giant lamps, they melt and fall down, causing the tumult that, you know, Mars Arda ends the Spring of Arda forever, and creates the continents. And I love that story. But yeah, no, book one definitely has a... Yeah, no, it's great. I don't know where that is. I think that's in book of... Is it in one of the books of Lost Tales, or is it just somewhere in the history of Middle-earth? I read it in a Tolkien encyclopedia in like the 90s, and it always stuck with me as a fantastic story. And it's just such a wonderful piece of myth-making. And, you know, knowing what we know about Aule and his always good decisions, that is extremely likely to have happened. Sorry, what do we need for these? We need mutagens. We don't have mutagens. What do we need for mutagens? It's sulfur. Bacteria. Yeah, I always want to... I feel like I have a similar experience with Tolkien as I do with Dragon Age, which is that I love the lore, but I find it so hard to get into because the Silmarillion is just so hard to read. Might be in the Silmarillion. It's not in the Silmarillion. It's not in the Silmarillion. The Silmarillion just has Aule build the pillars, and then Melkor has previously raised the Iron Mountains in the north and built Utumno or Udun, his fortress in the Iron Mountains, and then comes forth and assails. Because when he was editing, there was just a lot of stuff. That book is so much like the other. Well, it is. It's like it is the Bible. It's what happens when you get a linguist and scholar and a devout Catholic writing fantasy work, but also is writing fantasy that isn't Catholic fantasy. C.S. Lewis. I would like to remind you all that Aslan is canonically Jesus' persona. Aslan is literal Jesus. He is not an allegory for Jesus. He is actually Jesus. Which makes Aslan Jesus' persona. I will not be taking questions. Jesus is Aslan. Don't you give me that nonsense, chat. Jesus is Aslan. This is literally stated in. Is it Voyage of the Dawn Treader? Where he like goes to Lucy and he's like, He like appears as a lamb, then turns into Aslan and tells, I think it's Lucy, it's like, I have another name in your world. You must know me by that name there. It's literally Jesus. What am I doing? Tree bark. Also, I'm of the opinion that Susan didn't get denied access to Aslan's country because... Yeah, last battle. But I know that, like, while we're talking about last battle, does have the thing where it's like, oh, Susan was more interested in lipstick and invitations. No, that's not the point. The point is not that she was interested in lipstick and invitations. It's that she literally denied Jesus. She was like, oh, all those fairy stories, Narnia wasn't real. That's the point. At least that's my interpretation of it. It's like, you can't go to heaven if you deny your savior. Man, we're getting deep here on a Sunday morning. Well, it is Sunday. I'm preaching to you. Sunday morning. Come to the Church of Moritz. Sorry. Just chatting. Just messaging someone. I need to find our thing. Father Morris. Come, my children, suck from my teat. That was weird. And you're clipping that now, of course. If you do clip that, only clip that one line. No context. I want people to experience my randomness in and of itself. Anyway, I need to wrap up soonish. So I want to go out for lunch. Let's just have a look here. Wait, that's the wrong one. Here we go. Alright. Chan, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the backstory of Jadis is fascinating. Okay, so that's not going to happen for a while. T3 tree spout. We're nearly at a T3 tree spouter. That's exciting. And we are under halfway to... What are you doing? Okay. And here... Oh, we're at 1 kiloton of biomass. That's exciting. T5 heater, is that? Cool. Insects, mutagenic agent. Alright, so we don't have any major unlocks that are coming. The big one that I want to get is the fusion energy cell. Because then that unlocks some of the wrecks that we've been going through, and so that kind of opens up some more stuff for us, which we always like. We like stuff here. I'll race around, do some quick and dirty crafting. Honey gives us food. Alright, then we can just load that into the rocket. Alright. Look at it, we're only soaking up, what, 0.2 oxygen points a second, which is kind of amazing. Oh, we've still got that whole new area to explore as well. Oh man, I really didn't expect to find that habitat. And there's a whole nother warden ruin behind where we got to. Yeah, you can kind of see it here. Can kind of see it there. And we've still got this area to explore as well. Anyway. Alrighty then. I will call it there for the day. Because I need to get ready to leave the house, which requires the worst things in the world, which is, of course, putting on clothes. We hate putting on clothes. Of course, the question is then, does that mean I have been streaming naked? And the answer is, what do you think? Oh, cool, ND's streaming. We'll go visit ND. All right. Have an awesome Sunday, Father. At this point, I will remind you all that forgive me, Father, for forgive me, Father, for I have sinned, and I'm sorry I was bad, Daddy means exactly the same thing. Good morning.